What is joy? How to establish joy? 6. Just like those students of yours, you have been teaching all your life, and you should know that you see how much joy he has for English, how much joy he has, how good his grades are. If he is not interested at all, and he is bored when he sees it, he will not be able to learn it well however he learns it. So, this joy is crucial. So many people say that interest is the best teacher, and that interest is joy, and joy is the best teacher. This is why in Buddhism the question of the order of the track is so important. Like the train, if you don't know the rules of the track, you'll always be off the track. If you're off the track and away from the track, you won't be able to move anything. This rule of the track, which means that if we want to walk uprightly, then you first get on the track. If you want to get on the track, you have to have joy. If you don't have joy for that track, but you have to have joy for that land, and you run there. So that joy is the root, joy is the beginning of all the rules, that is to say, whichever you have joy in, whichever track you have, whichever tendency you have. For example, if you have joy for greed, if you like to eat that, you will tend to always engage in it, even if you can't stop thinking about it thought after thought. To the extent that you can't stop thinking about it thought after thought, what effect is it? That is called vigorously thinking, that is also called 2 of the 5 roots. If you have joy, you will have faith, and after that, if you add vigor to it, what can you not achieve with food, drink, play and pleasure? That means whichever you want to eat, whichever you will achieve. If you don't eat, you'll be sad there, and you'll be looking for that food for thousands of miles. The 5 roots are the root of faith, the root of mind, the root of vigor, the root of samadhi, the root of wisdom. How come the root of joy is not included? How come there is no root of joy? Because this joy cannot come from the cause, but usually from the condition. For example, if everyone in the world is looking for a partner in marriage, a man is looking for a woman, or a woman is looking for a man, in reality, it is only when there is joy that it is easy to succeed. If you are disgusted at first, or even when you are disgusted with each other, then there is no way. Then you are the same with food. If one always lets you go to eat what you do not like, you cannot do it. If you just stick to it a day or two, you can also not last long. The Dharma does not arise alone, it is generated only through conditions. If you have condition in somebody or something, you will have joy. Joy is generated only through conditions. Why do I say faith and not joy? You must make it clear. Your subject is, why does the 5 roots of Buddhism talk about faith but not joy? The 5 roots begin with faith, which, as a rule, has to be based on something. For example, if you start from cause, it is easier to achieve, than if you start from conditions, then you will have joy. It depends on how much joy you have. The more joy you have, the more the latter root of faith, the root of mind, the root of vigor, the root of samadhi, the root of wisdom you will have.